Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So today we'll be seeing one parameter in the directories of Python. Okay, till now we had learned about the directories of Python, right? We had seen that what is directory in Python, how we can just make out a directory and all those things we had seen till now, right? Now, it's the turn for seeing one parameter in the directory that is actually the mode. Mode is one of the parameters which we have here and now we are just going to use that out, fine? Before that, just let me quickly give you a revision regarding the directories in Python. So there are different methods available in the OS module for creating out a directory. So basically OS is the module which actually allows us to make out the directories in the Python programming language, okay? Now, after that, the like functions which we have, that is first of all os.mkdir and second one is the os.makedirs, right? Now let's go on with the os.mkdir method. That method in Python is used to create out a directory named path with the specified numeric mode. So this method raises file exist error if the directory to be created already exists, right? This is the idea regarding the os.mkdir method in the Python. Now, basically, it is one of the methods which is used to create a directory. That is absolutely right. But it basically you can just create out the directory at whatever the path you want to give out and whatever the name you just want to give out for that directory, you can make out that particular directory. Fine. Now, what type of method, like what type of error raises if your if your directory is already made? So in that case, our error is there, that is file existed. Today I'll be showing you that itself, that how this can be raised, right? So that actually comes here. Second, we were having os.mkdir method, right? Here we were having that mkdir rest method. So that was also a method in Python which is used to create out a directory. Now after that, let's say you're just given out a path. That is, let's say this was the example which you have taken. You had given out this D drive, okay? Inside this, that was PyCharm project and that was Python. And inside that, you wanted to make out a directory named Shambhavi. Fine. Now, inside that, what will actually happen? This PyCharm project, this was not actually this was not there actually, right? This was not at that particular place. So what you can just do here is that you can just name it out. You can just write out the particular directory what you want, and as soon as you run out your program, so this directory automatically makes out if that is not at all made. Okay, that automatically makes out and it will basically store out that particular directory, name directory, whatever you are just having. Let's say it is Shambhavi, so it will make out this particular and store it as name of the Shambhavi. Right, so this was about both of the methods that we had actually seen. Now I would just not waste too much time revising out the previous topics. Let's make out a new program. So here I just commented out whatever we had just made out previously. Now it's the time for making out a new program. So let me just write here and start importing out the library. So I will just write here import and my OS module. Fine. After this, what I will just do here is that I'll be putting out the directory name. So okay, let's see what are the variables. Okay. Okay, I will just write here make underscore dir. Okay, make underscore dir my variable, into which I'll be storing out the name of my directory which I want to make out. Let's say that directory name is for me example. Okay, example is my directory name which I just want to put out. Fine. After that, we have a path directory as well, that is path underscore dir. Now, what is that actually used for? So, I would just want to give out here my particular path which I am having. So, that onto which particular place you just want to put out this directory, that I just want to give out here. Fine, I would just put out the colon here. And let's say I just give out my D drive, and inside that I will be just putting, okay, let's see that what's the one which we had made yesterday. So that was PyCharm project and then project. Okay, so I would just write here PyCharm. Okay, and it was project, space projects. Okay, so space and here PyCharm space projects. Putting out again the double slash here. And after this, what I would just do, I would just put out the name for my directory, that is project. Okay, this is my full file where I just want to put out this directory that I have written out. Fine. After this, I'd be using out my mode, the one parameter which we were using right today. Okay, so that is 0, let's say 0 and 666. Oh, okay, this one is actually small o. Fine. Now, this is the default mode which we actually have here into this particular directory. This is the default mode, right? So, whenever you want to set out some mode, so if you are not setting out, so this one comes as a default for you. Fine. Now after this, what I could just use, I would be just using join underscore path, let's say my variable, and into that I could just write os dot path dot join. Okay, and into the bracket I could just write both of the variables. First I'll be writing path underscore dir, because that is the variable in which I will store the particular location. At this particular location you just need to make out a directory for me, and after that I'll be putting out the name for the variable in which I have stored the name for my directory which I want to make out here. Fine, that is done. And now it's the time for creating out a directory. So I would just simply write os.mkdir. os.mkdir. I would just put out the bracket. I would just write here path underscore di. Okay, not this one. I would just write here join underscore path, because this is the variable where we have joined whole of the location and the name of directory as well. That what we just want to put out and where we just want to make it out, right? Now, after putting out a comma, I'll be just writing out here the name for the variable in which I am having the name for my directory. So that is make underscore dir for me. And here I could simply use how to print the statement, and inside that print statement I could simply write that let's say the directory has been created. This is the way, this is the sentence which I just want to put out. Now it's not always compulsory to put out the sentence, it's your choice. If you just want to put out here, you can absolutely put out that thing. Instead of this make dir, just hold on, make it to the variable that is mode. Now that is okay. Fine, this sentence is not compulsory. I just put out as for my confirmation that as soon as directory has been made, I would just get out the sentence. Otherwise, whatever the error I'm having, I would just get that particular error. Fine. Let's try to run out a program here. So run now. Okay, so it is saying that it cannot find out the path, which is this GPyCharm project sample. Okay, what has happened to this particularly? Let's see. Okay, then I am okay, sorry, the slashes are wrong. Just let me put out the different slashes right here. Okay, now let's run it out once again. So fine here. Okay, the system cannot find the specific GPyCharm projects and project and an example. Okay, let's see that what was the one which we have taken yesterday. Okay, that was project, not projects, right? Okay, this one is absolutely right, and PyCharm projects, this is as well. Okay, and what's the error here? Fine, let's do one thing, let's copy out this whole error only, Control C, and now let me paste it at this particular place right here. Okay, let's run it out. Fine, so now it is giving me that the directory has been created. I'm just getting out the sentence that directory has been created. Now let's do one thing, let's go on to the folder, my explorer, and from here let's open out the D drive. So let me Windows D, and here PyCharm projects, then project, and have a look that the name we had is created was example, right? So the name from the example, my directory has been created into this particular file. Right now, one more thing to mention here, that now if I am just gonna again use out this one which I had already used, so that is C users user PyCharm projects and then any other directory name, so then it will basically give me that file exists, or it will show me that this file which you are actually trying to make out right here, that already exists onto this particular path. Let's do one thing, let me just copy this whole program. Okay, let me make the changes into this program only which I have written right here. Okay, so that is, I would copy out this whole path which I have taken here, Control C, and I would just paste it out onto this path dir. Okay, I would just put it out here. Fine. And what's the name for my dir that we had made? That was tutorial directory. Okay, let me just change out the name as well. So I'm just doing this so as to show you that if you are just going to do the same thing again, so it will actually show you the error, that is your file already exists. Let me run it out here. Fine. Now just have a look that it cannot create a file. What type of error it is giving? It cannot create a file when that file already exists. So this is one of the files which you are already having onto your device. So it gives me the file exists error. This was the error which I was mentioning in the definition as well, right? Let me go above and show you out the definition where I just told you about this error. So okay, yeah, here it was. that this method raise file exist error if the directory to be created already exists. So this directory which we are creating, that was tutorial directory, that already exists onto our device, right? Just like this here we already have. So when I just try to again make the directory from this particular name at the same place, it shows me that it cannot create a file with the file with that actually exists. Okay, so in that case it is actually showing me out this type of error, right? So just hope you got the idea that first of all, that what is the another mode that you can actually use out for making out this directories in the Python programming. Other than that, I even told you and showed you that what type of errors actually come if you are having the file which is already existing onto a particular place, and if you just make out again a file with the same name, what type of error actually comes, right? So the same thing applies onto the os.mkdirs method as well. Here as well you have the same parameter which is mode, and the default one is as well same, which I have told you, that is 0 or 666, this one which I have told you right now, right? So hope you just got the idea regarding this directories right here. So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.